Get this thing centered and get a good view for you guys. See videos. Okay. Bang. There we go. Shit, I gotta do chats or something. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I think I need to tip the camera up a little bit. I'm a little bit too close. So I gotta scoot in. Yeah. Let me see. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright. A little better. A little better. Alright, at least you guys can see some of my head. Alright. What's up, Bree? What's up, John? What's up, other John? John C. Figure it's a new year. I'm gonna jump on, man. Let's do some shit. So I got my rodent of unusual size. I want to do this guy for a while, so I got this far. I put some of the pictures on the Facebook group. So I just took a coyote buck and I cut the jaw off. I moved the jaw back because I wanted to make a big giant rat taxidermy. Or sort of like my my wolfie. You guys seen my big ass dire wolf? I want to kind of make like a rat companion to that. So I went ahead and started on. I want to have some some knobby vertebrae in the back. I think he's going to be in rigid foam. This way I can glue hair to it, I can grind it, I can change it. But I figured this will, once this is all sculpted and I do a silicone mold, it'll all be a brand new, basically a blank. It'll be a raw buck. That'll be a giant rat. So I'm going to do a couple different versions. I want to do, I think I'm going to do a white rat. I'm going to do a black rat for sure, then probably brown and gray. I'll probably mix it up and do a different one every time. But prior, I had already went ahead and sculpted my jaw set. Because most taxidermy starts with just a styrofoam buck, and then you buy jaw sets in the aftermarket, like bear teeth or coyote inserts or whatever you're working on, lion. So I just went ahead and made my own. These are all super sculpting. I'm having to mold these, and man, these are gonna be a bitch. So to make sure that it fits in there, I take some more clay out. When I'm done, and I pour these guys in resin. I think I'm going to do some in purple, and then I'll do some in pink. These guys glue in there. And that'll be the teeth for the rodent of unusual size. So he's going to have a pretty goddamn gnarly mouth. And I can shave the teeth down if I want. So I went ahead and put oversized teeth in for now, because once they're poured in resin, I can always shave them down and change them. So I'm always trying to kind of like think ahead, like, okay, what can I do to make different versions down the road so they're not all the, identical. They could be a little bit different. I can bust some of the teeth off, whatever, make it gnarly. And I most definitely want to do like a zombie plague rat too, like my Spirit Halloween rat that I did. Let me see. All right. Twice in 1 week. Happy New Year's. What's up, Ross? Yeah, Savage is in the room. We're friends over. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Keith? What's up, Jordan? Hello, comments. Oh, yeah. It never ends. Comments never ends, man. You always got to be on your grind. Vic's got Fear Expo coming. He might do M8C again. I've got M8C coming. So I got a bunch of new stuff I want to bring. I'm a sponsor for Haunter's Hangout, so I'm kind of tweaking the stuff for that. I made so many freaking magnets I got to mold. I made the gnome. I made my little skeletons. And they turned out super cool, man. I popped off a couple and just painted them just to kind of play with them. They're so freaking awesome, man. I may have to do like a second mold and bring a bunch more of those to M8C because I've only got one mold for them. What's up, Third World? Ezekiel's in the house. Brainstorming, percolating, hell yeah, man. It's always on the grind. There's always something in my head floating around that I'm trying to get out. Like this guy, I've had him in my head for a couple of years, man. Like, how the hell am I going to do this? I don't want to do slab fur, because it kind of looks fake. I want to do something like thinner hair, like my Midnight Studios werewolf. I want to be able to see some skin underneath it for like a zombie version versus just doing, slab fur, because you're going to cover up all your details and stuff. So What in the hell? Halloween collection hunter. Jamie, what are you doing with 47 Halloween collectors and haunters? What's up, Nick? Nick, I assume you're getting ready to go to Trans World, huh, man? I hope you had a good year at your haunt, man. What's up, Mark? Devil's Gates in the house? I haven't watched you in a year. I haven't watched myself in like a day. What's up, Caroline? Oh yeah, man. New year. I'm sure everybody's kind of like, excited that the holidays are behind us. I had kind of a super mega highs last year, super mega lows. So I'm really looking forward to this year, man. I want a year of highs. And before you guys even ask, I am not going to Trans World. I'm gonna buckle down, work on my shit, beat it. You got company, beat it, entertain them. Make some new stuff this year. I'll probably go back to Trans World next year. I really want to vend at Trans World. We'll see. I gotta have some big dollar ticket items before I can vend at Trans World because them some serious bills at Trans World. Yeah, I wish, Nick, man. Hopefully 2024, me and the family will come down, walk the floor, see what's there. This year, man, I got to buckle down. We got M8C coming, and, man, I want to have a good showing there, man. I want to have some new stuff. I want to blow some minds. I want to bring new stuff, so I'm just going to haul, because, like, you go to Trans World's a spend holiday. I mean, it's just, you're just burning money. In the show, your hotel's $700. It's food, it's crazy. So I'd rather take that money, put it into silicone materials and stuff, and get some really cool shit to have that I can make. Oh, Mimi got accepted. That's awesome, Mimi. Near Chicago and Indiana. I'm thinking Hell's Gate for the season. Oh, Mimi, I'm dying to go to Hell's Gate, man. John LaFlamboy is such a freaking mad genius. That guy is insane, man. I love watching the Days of the Living Dead on YouTube. That's Hell's Gate YouTube channel, Days of the Living Dead. But they don't ever answer comments. So whoever John's got on the YouTube channel, that guy sucks. He's slacking. But man, that guy is something else. And that place is beautiful. I'm dying to go there. This year, I kind of even thought about going dark this year and visit some haunts, but I'll probably do a display anyways. And I'd like to just take the family and go hit a couple at least. But Hell's Gates, man, that's like top of my list, man. That place looks so freaking great. What he started with and then what he turned it into, and he put all the vines up and he made a whole manor off the edge of the building. That place looks phenomenal, man. I'm dying to go see Hell's Gate. It's in Lockport. So it's probably hour and a half, 2 hours from me. Is Leroy coming? Oh, I might bring Leroy to MHC, Ross. I don't know. We'll see. That's summertime. I haven't really thought that far out yet, but we may see Leroy at MHC. We'll see. Trans World? I don't know, man. I'm going to get kicked out of Trans World, dragging Leroy up there. But that's awesome, Mimi, man. I'm glad that you're coming out this way. That's going to be awesome. Oh, Vic's wrapping it up. What's up, Monsters of Mayhem? Oh, you're fine, Jamie. Mimi, if you can get in with John's group, man, they actually go to Trans World. They were at MHC too, the Zombie Army. Man, go sign up. Go talk to John. He's there. All his people are there. They're walking around Trans World. They're walking around MHC. The guy's freaking insane, man. Alan knows him. Hell, have Alan put a word in for you for John. Say, hey, man, we got a young actress coming out there. They do auditions. They take other people as well as their blended cast from the prison, Statesville. So, man, I think he'd probably be a shoe, and I think John would take you in a heartbeat, man. If you watch his Days of the Living Dead series on YouTube, because it shows like actors meetings. It shows that guy, man. He's got a hell of a gift, man. Just to his actors and rallying them up before a show, man, and like right before showtime, getting them to go. That dude is freaking amazing, hands down, man. Oh, Breed, that place, man. Like I said, Days of the Living Dead on YouTube. It's freaking gorgeous what that guy's done there, man. He's just freaking amazing. Just amazing. Just beautiful haunt, too. I think, what's his face? Piranha Teeth went through there, and he got a Lights On tour or something like that. What's up, Norm? What's up, Berlina? Man, I'm telling you, man, Jordan, like Chicago, they got some heavy hitter haunts up there, man. Ohio, you guys own the freaking haunt market, man. You guys got so many goddamn haunts in Ohio, it's insane. I think because you don't have to have, like, the sprinkler rule or something like that. There's some little edge you guys have in Ohio over Indiana. But I thought, man, like, Ohio's got the freaking haunts, man. You guys got Dent and shit. There's so much shit in Ohio. Oh my god, man. But you're in a cool place, Jordan. I've seen you sent me all the pictures. Your place is freaking awesome. That big ass Carter slaughterhouse. Oh, that's cool, Mimi. Yeah, like LaFlamboy, man. Oh, I'd love to just make something for him that would be in that haunted house, man. I'd be like, woo, I'd be on cloud 9. She can't act during her first year of college. What? Oh, she got to go for Hell's Gate. You'll make the exception. Yeah, Ohio, man. You guys are literally cornered the freaking market in haunts, man. I don't know what it is about Ohio, but god damn, man. You guys, I don't know what it is, but you guys did something. You guys got it made there, man. There, you could throw a rock and hit a haunt. There's shit everywhere. Yeah, let me see. I'll play around with some cardboard. So my guys got to have some ears, but if I mold them in, they'll snap off coming out of the mold. So what I'm going to do is use Warbler for the ears. Now, Warbler is like a moldable plastic. I just picked up a roll at Michael's. They had it on clearance. It was like a $69 roll or something like that. I got it for $30. They got 4 more big, huge-ass rolls that are started out at $169 for the roll. Now they're in the bargain bin up at the front of the store. They got black, they got tan. I'm going to go back tomorrow and check and see if they reduced them even further, because right now they're only half price. So those big-ass rolls will be like $69 bucks, $60 bucks, $70 bucks, something like that. So I want to grab another big-ass roll to use for projects on the road, because I've never played with that stuff. But I want to do his ears in Warbler, and then I'll hair up the ears separately so I can bend them and heat them and shape them so that every rat can be a little bit different. I can cut like little notches in the ears and stuff. But I figure, well, since I got some little ear slots kind of started, I figure maybe I'll make a little like template and pattern, and maybe get started on his ears tonight to see what those are going to look like. So I'll end up tucking them right back here into clay like that. And the Warbler, you can heat it, it's soft, and it'll keep its shape. So I'm going to just come out with something like, what the fuck is up with this? Alright. With the Warbler too, man, you can like fold edges on it and it'll stay down. It's freaking awesome. Okay, so here. Then I can always go back and change anything I don't like. And I can even change the shape of the ears down the road. I think I want to lay his ears back a little bit. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to go, because mice have such big ears. Rat actually have smaller ears. Maybe like that. Then of course I can fold over a section like that. If I hit the clay, I don't care. Yeah. Something like that, and then I can cut out little notches. That'll give me a rough shape. And I can hair the back of it. It'll have some big ass rat ears, man. And the Warbler's actually thicker than this comic book board, but let me see. Go a little thinner. I'm going to move the tip of that ear back. Point it a little bit. Boom. Now that's pretty cool. I'm liking that. Again, I can always reduce that. Now I've got a little bit of the little area for the little coils inside the ear. I can bring that out if I have to. And I can make this template, take it, flip it over for this side, and that'll be ears for this guy. Then I'll put hair. I'll probably run probably slab fur on the back maybe, and then do like little caracal wool so you can see underneath. So I've got some stylized fur kind of just sculpted into them so it's not just a plain freaking blob, because I hate that shit. You know, if I want to do thin, sparse hair, or if I don't want to paint one at all, make it really gnarly and nasty like a little zombie rat. So this will be his left side. Alright, so far, that I like. And again, I can always change it up and tweak it later on after I get a pattern that I'm really happy with. What's up, Brother Vic? What's up, Brian? Dude, I can't wait to see what you do with that teddy bear, man, that bucket of latex. I can't believe you brought that back from the dead, man. That sucks. I had to bring so much crap in the house for before it froze. Like the whole bathroom closet's full of like latex and resin, and I got so much shit jammed in there. What's up, 1980? They did that last year with the EVA. I still have a half a roll left. You know what? They don't have any EVA foam. I think that stuff kind of came in fast and went. I think the Warbler is a leftover remnant to that. Joann's has some EVA left, I think. Because I actually bought, no, Hobby Lobby's carrying the EVA foam, and a lot of times they'll put it like reduced, like 40%. It's right by the FX paint, the FX label paint. So I like to go in there, and I'll snatch up a random roll just for hell of it, because I hate using, well, for thinner foam, I don't like using, I like just a plain black, you know, whatever they got in the store, that's fine. Just buy a big roll and I cut little pieces out. But with the floor mat stuff, man, every time you make something out of floor mats, if you don't shave the waffle pattern off the back of the diamond plate pattern, unless you're going to use the diamond plate pattern for APOC, that's fine. I hate seeing something that's made out of floor mats and you can see the back waffle pattern. So from across the room, if somebody turns their head or the prop the way it's made and you can see the waffle pattern, that drives me fucking nuts. I hate that shit. Go buy good foam. You don't always have to use floor mats or Harbor Freight bullshit. I just don't want to see a waffle pattern unless you're using it like on the front for it's made to be seen. Because it just screams, floor mat, floor mat, floor mat. So that Hobby Lobby, when they run those sales, like the 40% off on the foam and the effect stuff, I'll just go in there and pick up a random roll, man. Because it's nice and smooth. You can cut it, get to heat gunning it. You know, you can rough it up, do what you're going to do. And, man, and they have plenty of it. But I don't think it held on so much at, like, Michael's. I think they're kind of phasing that out already. Oh, yeah, Kelly, for sure. I want to put big chunks clipped out of the ear, like they were fighting or something like that. Because I'm going to have to cut all the individual ears out, though. I can actually customize each ear by taking chunks out or putting shreds in it or putting holes through it. I totally want to do a gnarly zombie version of this guy with like really sparse hair. I'll probably do like green gums or something like that. Or most of them will have painted eyes, but I'll probably do like blacklight eyes for that one. Cracky cheese. Mickey Mouse on crack. Oh, he's definitely going to be jacked, man. I want a big, gnarly-ass freaking rat because they don't make a form for one. I started with the coyote. What's up, Brian? Brian Madewell, love your work. Hope you're talking to me, Brian. If that's me, I appreciate that. Mimi has no social media. Okay, Kat says, so they bring the EVA foam back out in springtime for cosplay. Man, them cosplayers, son of a bitch, man. Some of those kids are so freaking good with that damn foam. It's unreal the shit they make, man. That stuff blows my mind, man. I wish I was that damn good. 1980 said, check Target, $5 bins. They put EVA yoga mats on occasion. Man, I do buy yoga mats, and I cut them up for tools, for my tool trays. And my toolboxes, they work great for that. I get them from like TJ Maxx for like $6. But that stuff's really kind of soft and mushy. So it's probably great for like maybe straps on a weapon or something like that. But for like actually for holding a form, I probably wouldn't use it. Still not allowed, by both my parents. That's probably not a bad thing, Mimi. I mean, there's so much crazy crap on Facebook and Twitters and Instagram and Snappy Chats and all the 6,000 freaking social media sites. That's why I just stick to Facebook and I do some Instagram. And I kind of suck at Instagram, so I usually keep up on Facebook. I'm not doing shit else. I'm not playing the games that, oh, you got to be on this site and this site. Man, I lose track of all that crap. I work 2 goddamn jobs. I ain't got time for all that internet shit to be trying to be cool all day. It just don't work for me. TikTok, I'm not doing it. What's up, Buster? What's up, Ray? He used to have someone you got in trouble. It's just social media is crazy, man. You know, people build empires on that stuff, and they, you know, sit home and do TikTok videos all day, and they don't have a job. And oh, I'm an internet star. I'm an internet star. It's like, man, you're an idiot. Go get a damn day job.
This one's also super good. It's short.
Okay.
I can't pick it up. Okay, for a minute I thought Arby changed their logo from things like Arby videos. See, this one's good.
Yeah, here's what Kelly's talking about. Boom, put some nicks in there. Now this would be great for like a plague rat or a zombie rat. Hell yeah, gnarly ass ears. Then put some hair on there. And I could probably even do some magic sculpt in here. I'll probably come out a little further and come out onto the ears so I can have something to glue to. Because I'll probably just come back after this thing is molded and just put a little slice back there. Wedge the ear in there, glue them in, and then I can hair them up separately, and then I can airbrush the insides and paint them. But this guy should be like a good size freaking rat, man. So that is going to be my left ear. So I'll probably do some, I should probably get my Warbler out tomorrow and do some dry run stuff. This guy's going to be pretty far out of the wall, man. I think I may even shave him down a little bit so it tilts him back. But I'm going to put him on a wooden base too. I'm going to get some nice wooden base. I may have my buddy who's a carpenter maybe laser cut me some, or what's he got, like a... He's got some kind of CNC machine. He can cut me a really cool base, and I'll do different ones on the backgrounds. We had like 2 or 3 different styles, so that if somebody had 2 rats, they would look different, you know. But even so, they're the same. So I always try and, even though I make the same thing, I always try and mix it up to where you could take one thing and then get multiple uses out of it. Sort of like how the Nightmare Maker skulls are, where you can take one skull. I was just talking to Dan Bernier about that. You can take one skull and do it 20 different ways where it doesn't look the same.
Down the well.
All right. I'm just kind of howling out that mouth a little bit. And then when I get done, I'll go back and double check my lips to make sure that everything sits in there really nice. In a bucket of clay. A little pad. I'm gonna give a nice texture. I need to be warming this guy up. I want to do some more fill here because rats got a pretty damn flat head all the way up to their nose. So you guys can see that there, right? Yeah. Back of the head. You're at work now, Bree? This is like one of our rare nights off, man. You know, I work 2 jobs, so we're usually gone at night. So I have like a little bit of sculpting stuff. I sculpt at nighttime. But man, we're just always on the go, man. Go, go, go. So I love to be able to live stream more at night, you know, since Alan's been gone, because he's you know, at his hunt running dark hour and just hasn't had time. Then they went right into like, I think like a Krampus haunt or something like that. So it's like, man, everybody's just so damn busy, and then holidays and crap. It's like, man, just never enough freaking hours in the day, man. 30-second dance, enough money for a new car. You ain't lying, Mimi. Man, some of them girls, man. I saw one girl complain. I had to put my makeup on today to do 3 TikToks. Well, God, that must suck. You didn't have to leave the house. You put makeup on to do 3 TikToks. You're done for the freaking week. Go get your 100,000 views, get your check, and go buy your Ferrari. I see people complaining like, oh, I can't get a credit check. You know, they make $10,000 every couple of weeks on the internet, but they don't have enough credit to buy a damn house. So they're dancing in a little shitty apartment with all their clothes piled up in the background, their dirty ass washing machine. It's like, man, that's gotta suck to be you guys. You guys are like almost like porn star famous, and you can't even buy a damn house. You got all the money in the world, but girl, what are you doing with that damn phone cord? Don't touch that cord. Freaking insane kitten. All right, let's beat that up. Yep. Yeah, so I'm not doing TikTok, man. I barely get by with Instagram and the small stuff I do, so not for me. Boy, them hoochies, though, they get paid. I wish I get paid like that. Then when I have to leave the house, I could sit home and make monsters all day. Yeah, I'm going to do some gnarly curls in the nose. Yeah. Do some big eyebrows. Okay. Alright, got a little fat pad in the front. Build that up so that nose has a little sneering nose. Alright, and then we will just, like this little guy. Why is my camera flickering? Probably the light. I'm sitting under a light. I'm on a white table background to keep the glare. It's probably the glare from the white, man. I can't scratch this freaking table. April have a shit fit. Oh, light from the cabinet? It might be bouncing off the cabinet. I don't know, Cat. Let me see. Is that too much light? What, red? Or green? I'll go red. It's like I only got sitting right under a chandelier, so I don't know if my phone. Plus, my phone's tipped down, so. Auto adjustment light level. You said it took me 8 months to save $10K. Oh my god. You made $10K in 8 months? Holy shit. I don't even make that. Well, I don't save that much at least. I could probably spend that. Light from the cabinet. Is it better that I killed the cabinet with a darker light? So I can see it's probably trying to focus on the light in the cabinet. We'll see if it gets better since I change the color on it. And then hopefully, man, Brother Dave will jump back on soon. Seeing as he got hit by a damn hurricane. Okay, I like that better because that rats always have that freaking nose where it goes, seems like from their eyes right down to their nose. So I'm going to use this. Again, no special sculpting tools. You can really just get by with using the back of the silicone shapers. So hopefully everybody had a good New Year's Eve. We just kind of sat and chilled in the house. Most people were off work today. I went in, so had a nice drive into the shop. Road was quiet, a lot of fog. Run that down. Yep, run that in. It's a big old rat. Do some under eye bulges. Want to have that just pack on some clay. It's almost like a little cheekbone. Even though he's going to be a styrofoam butt covered in hair, I still want that nice musculature underneath there, man, so it shows some anatomy. Plus, when it's poured, coming out as a styrofoam buck, I can always change it around and take away or add more to it for different style rats, or if I wanted to change it to a different animal altogether, which I don't think I would, but looks like I make one of these like a Tasmanian devil or Tasmanian tiger, since they're extinct. That might be kind of cool. Jaw's got to be cut and way lowered though. Okay, so I'm just gonna feel my way with my fingertips. Bring that back. Okay, spread it out. I'm just gonna pinch it down. There we go. So we got more of that flat forehead. I think I'm going to squint his eyes a little bit. I want to keep him kind of open, but I want to have him a little bit of tiny squint so they look like he's squeezing. My stream is flickering. Ah, god damn it. Well, Vic, you throw $2 at me? What if I should kill that light in the cabinet altogether? I wonder because I'm blocking it. Man, that thing is flickering like freaking crazy. I don't know how the hell to shut that shit off because it autofocuses. Like that. You know, I'm crooked. Like the freaking star on the Christmas Story Christmas tree. Cockeyed as hell. I look like I got sugar in my tank. Let me see something. Alright. We'll see if that's any better. I just went ahead and killed the light. We just use it as a night light anyways. We saw that goddamn long last monster tree fitting? I have no idea how to change the settings on my camera, Berlina. I just point and shoot. You get motion sickness? Oh, man. Ginger pills will stop motion sickness. What's up, Drac? Yeah, he's getting there, man. I'm just trying to kind of bulk out. I was playing with some fur texture on him and stuff. I definitely want to get them done by M8C so I can bring 3 or 4 of them up there. Yeah, I'm on my phone for streaming, so I don't know how the hell to tweak settings on there. I'm just using whatever the camera has, unless my lens is dirty as hell from work. Ginger tea. Cabinet's off, cat. Hopefully it gets better. Nope, not working. I'm getting a ginger tea. Hopefully it's better. I'm sure this white tablecloth probably ain't helping because I'm sure it's bouncing the light off and it's making my camera have a hard time focusing. Yeah, I smashed a ghost in the face and I took his dress. That's what I'm sculpting on. The blue light was really bad, so the brighter light, it's got to be mostly this tablecloth too. I should have just put a big ass piece of cardboard on to make everything like dark. All right, let's build up with some eyebrows. What kind of those furrowed brows? They're not like Bela Lugosi. That might be too much, so I'll have to shave that down. Do some eyelids later. We definitely want to give them some kind of like, you know, serious pissed off expression. I guess Lee Max put out their new village pieces for this year too. Waiting for Mac over at Hauntform. We're supposed to do a video on that. We're working on a video for that because I want to see what kind of $300 crazy shit they're putting out this year. All right. Okay. And I need to put a little bit in here. Got my bucket of clay. I literally have a 5-gallon bucket of clay from tearing down Two-Face or Clayface. Oh my god. Just rip off a hunk. Let it get soft in my hand. That's what you gotta do, Jordan, when you're sculpting. Just get you a handful of clay, hold it in your hand, it'll stay warm and soft. You can just pinch it off and put it down. Just don't do it in the dark. Get a flashlight. You know, I think I'll go in a different direction, Bree. I don't know if I'm going to make them match Jerry and Lemmy. I'll probably do them different. I don't know. I do love, that's probably like my favorite prop from Spirit Halloween, though. I'm sure they're already going to put out 27 new clowns for this coming year. They're probably working on them right now, I'm assuming. Because, you know, Spirit, they don't have 15 clowns every year, you know. It just ain't a good year for them. The 80s flip phone. Hey, I got rid of that like in the... When did I get rid of my flip phone? 2010? I think 2010 I had a flip phone still. Alright, we need to fill in right there. We need to tie in our laugh lines. Go into that eye. Do something like that. There you go. It's a little gaunt, but I want to keep them a little gaunt. I like that look. That's more better.
That looks like you're planning something devious. In the dark, it looks like Xander from Bump.
Now I gotta shore this up. Right down here. Okay. Just pinch it on, slap it off. Is it still freaking flickering? I wonder I think she get like a ring light or something like that. All the Minsta hose got ring lights. Maybe I should get one of those. You can tell because every time they're filming a video, you can see like their irises are freaking bright white. Yeah, man, if I had better internet and was home at night, I'd like to live stream a lot more this year. But we'll see. Okay, so I'll start making some formation lines. Right there. Smash that down so you get no air bubbles.
Now that you're saying something about it, I'm interested. Stop. I never grew into it.
Alright. That's definitely bulked out some. Check our ear on this side. Yeah, I'm digging that. I think I got enough clay on there. Okay. Here. A little fat pad under this eye. I can tie this into there.
That's so funny. I think I'm here for a reason. I put myself down here. I fell down here. Why are you laughing? You know exactly what
On this side. That's not too bad. And we'll do a little bit up here. Yeah, man, once you stick that clay in your hand, soften it up, man. Ooh, it's warm. It spreads so easy. Jordan, you'll figure it out, man. It goes real. Just keep it in your hand, keep you a fistful. It warms up real fast. Okay, so now it's got more of that blunt, straight forehead that I'm kind of looking for. Whatever that is, take it away.
Yarn. Yeah.
I don't need yarn. I need rats.
Why?
They said so.
There's rats outside. Go get some.
We ain't got rats. If we had some, I already have them in jars in this damn cabinet behind me.
What? You're creepy.
Alright, let me rub this out a little bit. Knock down our high points. I think I'm definitely going to bring those ears out some more. Little channels in those little lines. I love these tools, man. These are David Quinn. Oh man, these things are freaking awesome for just, yeah, you know, you put on a bunch of clay, you're pinching stuff in. These little guys are awesome just to make like the little furrow lines and stuff like that and rough stuff in and start blending clay. Then you can go back and refine it with like your little tools. But just to get some little furrow lines. Might do a little bit behind the eyes. Snot right there, build that up. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna bring these eyebrows down a little bit. I'm gonna kind of hover over those eyes and throw a shadow on the top of his eye. I think I need to add a little to the back. I don't want to do too much and block his ears. A little more on this side. Yeah. I was feeling way better about that. Come right down the front of the ears. No better.
I'm literally staring on with the thing. What? Cherries. Cherries? I said cherry butts. Cherry butts?
Alright. Definitely put some more meat on top of his head. Looks more rat-like. Just kind of busting in forms. I'm trying not to make him look too splinter-like. Not too shabby. All right. A little bit much here. So I'll shave that down. And I'll blend that into his lips. Yeah. Need to put an arm in his mouth or something. I'm going to save that for gnomes, Vic, once I get his teeth in there. Hopefully pretty soon, Ross. I would assume because of, you know, the haunt, and then, you know, he had some medical issues and stuff. I would assume he's dying to get back on that horse again, too. So it shouldn't be long. I think Stacy even announced in the Creepers today that they're going to be jumping on live streams again, too. So that should be pretty cool. Give everybody something to do at nighttime. Well, I'm going to use the fishing line for whiskers, Vic. I'm going to heat gun it and bend it all up and stuff. I'll poke some holes in there. I got to figure out how I'm going to do. I got to figure out hair first. Then whiskers will be last. But I definitely want to do some long whiskers on this guy, and then over his eyebrows too.
What? Yeah.
Yep, fishing line, Vic. That's it. Just flickering light levels, Ray. That's it. Going upstairs to be a streaming machine. You know, I usually use my phone. I don't know, you know, I've never live streamed from the computer or had like a little webcam, whatever you call it. I think that I've actually live streamed from the laptop. It's not bad, but I'm using my phone. My phone, a little jittery. I think it's go between the white and the overhead light. Fishing line for whiskers. Yep. Put an arm in his mouth. There's probably not going to be much room once I get these jaw sets in there. I definitely need to make a tongue though. I want to put like some kind of different version tongue, and maybe sculpt some of it so that some of them can have a tongue, either a little thing. No, just jack it all the way up.
Is that better?
Probably not.
I don't know if it's. I can't tell because I'm off.
Kelly, I did look at some references earlier when I started it. The rest will just be out of my head. You know, I know most of it. Like most taxidermy bucks are pretty smooth. They make me pop them off because they just take a whole hide and they glue it on there and they T-pin it and, you know, kind of change it, cut it up, nick it, tuck it. They build up around the eyes with like with epoxy clay and stuff like that. So most of this for the buck is going to be out of my head because somehow I want to do probably just I just don't want to do a plain blob. It's like that's a waste of my time for me to just sit here and do a smooth head. I want to put some detail in it now so I don't have to completely bury it under hair. I don't want to do slab fur on this. So, yeah, I want to do some extra details. For the most part, I want to detail it out of my head. And I'll probably look back when I get it kind of roughed in and really close. I'll look at some reference photos to see, okay, maybe I want to pinch the nose this way or that way a little bit. Or maybe change something or arch the mouth if I have to, or arch the lips a little bit. But for the most part, no, I'm just going to just kind of freehand this one and roll with it like this, because it's still going to be a buck, so. But I'll probably look at references when I get close to saying, okay, I think I got enough clay on this thing, now it's time to move around what I have and start putting the lines and the hair. Right before I go to stylizing the hair in there. And for my hair, I just like to use, it's simple enough. I've got a little wedge silicone shaper, and when the clay is so warm, man, you can literally just press it in the clay and make your little furrows and lines and erase your little fingerprints where your clay overlaps and it doesn't quite touch the other clay. I mean, the color shape or the silicone shapers are so great for that, man. Like I said, you don't have to have special tools. They sell these at Hobby Lobby. These are a medium. I really need a firm one, but that's basically how I did all the fur texture down here. You just press in, go down. But technically, you should start from the bottom and work your way up, but I was just kind of playing with different patterns or whatever. But man, the silicone shapers, I love using these things, man. Because you can easily just kind of like trench out with these guys. Put your lines in there. It helps mash the clay together too to push the air bubbles out. And if you don't like the way a turn down is, you know, you can go back over an eyebrow or something like that. Put your lines right in there. Yeah, color, man. The silicone shapers, I love these things. You can almost erase with them too. Probably shouldn't sculpt left-handed since I'm not left-handed. Just mash it down and just use it to blend your clay. Just like so. Knees. Bring this guy down for his cheek. I'm like grabbing the eyes and just kind of press my fingers in. If I got too much clay somewhere, I'll just swipe it up until I get my basic lines. And I think I'm going to split that nose a little bit. That muscle right there. And here's some strands, muscle going back on his forehead to the ears. And I have to work on some eyelids. Move that down. Cool. A little bit in the nose. We'll take his mouth out. Ooh, I'm way far. Ooh.
I could not resist.
Edson sent you Thrifting. Thank you, brother Edson. Thrifting. Yeah, I hear you, Vic, man. It sucks, man. Being old, freaking bad backs. I gotta hang like 2 doors probably this week. It's gonna suck. Yep, Ross, the teeth will be molded separately. These will be separate inserts, just like a jaw set like in taxidermy. I'll make the teeth in resin because I do not want to make this whole thing. Well, first off, even if I put it in a mold, I'd probably never get it out. But the teeth will be separate, be resin. Almost just like like an actual taxidermy animal. Like the jaw sets are usually they're usually rotocast in resin, and then they backfill it with rigid foam, and then you shave it down to fit the roof of your mouth of whatever animal you're putting in. But mine I'm definitely going to do in resin because it's stronger, it'll look more professional. I want it to look more like an actual taxidermy animal. So the jaws will most definitely be resin. The eyes will be foam. I'll paint the eyes this time versus trying to put a set in there. Because like I said, most of the rats, the eyes are just black anyways. So what the hell is that big blue bar? Oh, that's Edson 350. I love them, Beauty, man. I use the silicone shapers all the time to get my rough forms and lines. And then I'll go back. Don't go that way because there's a cord there. Get out of there. But I love using these things for pressing lines and getting your your musculature and stuff. And for doing fur texture, I really don't use a whole lot of metal tools. Depending on what I'm doing, what I'm trying to sculpt. If it's like mechanical or something like that, I want to really screw some stuff up, put some deep gouges in it, I'll go to metal tools. But usually I'm just fine with my silicones. I definitely want to dimple that up. Back by his eye. Do that little fold right there. And then we can just blend it in. And then later on I can go back and make fur right out of that. I'll probably do a big muscle on his forehead. I got to do a little eyelid on him too. I think I want their eyes to be mostly open since rats have pretty damn big round eyes. But I want them to be almond shaped just a little bit to pinch the edges to make it look a little more sinister. So I'll take some liberties with this since it is a giant rat of unusual size. And we can literally just start blending the fur. And then you don't even need a metal tool. I think they even sell nice sets of silicone shapers at Hobby Lobby. Then they come in soft, medium, and firm. So if you get like a big giant set off of Amazon or a mix set from Hobby Lobby, that'd probably be the cheapest way to get them. Blend this. A little arch over the eye. I'll push that down. Now the inserts of these eyes are just resin. The same ones I used in Savage's Snowman, because I can stick my fingers on these to you know, get my central points or to feel if everything's even on the side. So I like using resin eyes to start with versus clay ones, and then you smash the hell out of them over the life of your sculpture. So when I mold it, I'll have nice, crisp, soft, or hard eyes. That'll take a nice paint job. They should be fine. I'm trying to get an eye behind this thing's gonna be a pain in the ass if I were to mold separate eyes for it. I think we're out of DQ coupons, man. Most of my coupons, I had a stack of coupons in the car, like my Joann's and my Michaels and stuff, 50%. Oh, it's going up and down. Yeah, she keeps on freaking creeping in here, thinking she's funny. Oh yeah, I seen Bree. Dollar Tree does have some decent sculpting tools, man. They had a really tiny ball stylus. They got the little cakes, the little cake things. I bought some of the cake making things for like little spatulas, or like this big. They're metal for doing like the moss and stuff. I got that the Fear Finish Expo. The guys with the beards. I got their moss and I got their rust. So I bought some of those to do the moss with, for like taking, like using like a little palette and then putting it where you want it to like make a little moss trail or a little moss patch. But I always look for Dollar Tree for sculpting stuff at Dollar Tree. They've got those cool, I think it's like a chopper for like onions or lettuce or cabbage or something like that. Man, if you got a block of clay, that stuff works great for, you know, hacking off clay. Man, I love that stuff, man. So Dollar Tree's always got some cool stuff to use for sculpting with. But your cake section stuff, man, oh yeah, you're right. They got some cool shit in there. Let's see. Suck that in. Oh yeah, pinch it in, pinch it in. Yeah, I can't believe Trans World's gonna be like in hell. 3 weeks? 4 weeks? February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that? That's crazy. What are you laughing at? DQ. Hey, Sam said DQ for dinner. It's getting there, Harry. I'm basically just trying to rough in forms, get my little snarl in there, and then I'll go back and refine everything. And I actually don't even want it. I don't want it super symmetrical. I want it to be off a little bit. You know, you look at an animal's face and they're making, you know, their jaws or they're clenched down, they're growling at you. You can see like their face kind of scrunches up a little bit. I kind of want it all. I don't want perfect symmetry. I want it to be off a little bit. Again, yeah, it's a fantasy rat, so. Okay. I'm gonna do some eyebrows. Or eyelids, I mean. So, pinch this up. Maybe about that much. Let me get some little eyelid in there. Take our little shaper. And just tamp it down like that. In that little corner of the eye, I'll just press that in. Where all your little eye boogers are at. And I'll just flatten out with the silicone shaper. Alright. That's the start of an eyelid. Okay, I'm gonna do one on this side. Too much. Too much, too much. Yep. Edson, I cannot see with my glasses on. That's how ridiculous it is. Like, if I try and put my glasses on and I'm sitting here open this damn freaking rat, I'm not gonna be able to see shit. I gotta take it off. I gotta take my glasses off to wet sand, to buff. The only thing I do, I take them off to read. The only thing is I can't see to drive without them. The glasses actually freaking hamper me. I want to trick that eye down. That's a little better. We'll put some deep ass.
You got some nice comments.
Put some deep ass creases on that face. Then basically I can just go back and refine everything and then sculpt it with sculpt my little hair in there. Oh yeah, Mimi, it's way early. Like everybody's humping now because they're gonna be getting ready to go. Hell, technically end of January they're gonna have to be in town, start setting up for I think like the 2nd and the 3rd because Transworld's at 4 days. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But people set up on Monday, the week of. So people live like the January. I think January's got 31 days in it. Hell, by the 28th, 29th, people are gonna be bailing all ready to go out to St. Louis to start setting up their booths and stuff. Nope, Jamie, it's off and on. It's my phone, so it's stuck with whatever it's doing. Brave Ghoul says, hey, Cowboys, I just had my first haunt in 2022. Just want to give you a thanks because I use a lot of methods you use. For example, the tiki torches and etc. Got a lot of ideas for you, and I appreciate it. That's cool, Brave Ghoul. That's basically what it's all about, man. If I make something, show you guys how to make it and take it and run with it, man. I mean, when I first started watching the Halloween videos on YouTube, when I was kind of figuring out what the hell YouTube was, Alan, Steve's Haunted Yard, they'd all show you what they were doing. You could just take their ideas and run with them, man. They were just kind of giving it away. So it's like, okay, share the knowledge, man. That would be, everybody can make cool stuff. Everybody can get better. They can take something and copy it or make it with their own style, put their own twist on it. I don't have a pro haunt, but I do a yard display that I've done for years. And even as a little kid, I'd always decorate the house and stuff like that. So that's basically what it's all about, man. It's about sharing the love, and we can all up our games, and we can all make better shit. Like, I don't want to be sitting around making the same old crap for 10 years, and I'm stuck in a rut, and everything I build sucks. It looks the same because I don't want to use new materials or new, whatever. I want to build cool stuff, man. I don't want to be doing the same stuff like 10 years from now. I know it drives a bit crazy. I make little stuff, but yeah, that's some little stuff too. So if you start small and build big, hell, that's what it's all about. And if people can use my ideas, man, take them and run with them, man. I don't even need credit. Take it, put it in your haunt, make money off it, refine it, make it better, and put it out there for people to see, man. That's basically what it's there for. That's the whole part of, that's like the best part, literally, of YouTube. Or like when people like the Christmas ornaments, people make the little snowmans, or they make the gingerbread mans, or they make the little creepy gnomes and stuff like that. That's all for stuff to pass on that you guys can do and pass down to your kiddos, your traditions for years, man. I love doing that little stuff. It's all about sharing the love. So Bree said, did Savage feel bad ripping open the snowman, or she did try to save the face. The face, I think one of the eyeballs tore off, but I pieced it back together, so I figured, you know what? I'll save the face. Because basically it's the same eyes. I poured up a bunch of these eyes just like that for the snowman. I think I showed you guys on Facebook what I did with it. So I went over to Michael's and I got a cheap $10 frame that was like on clearance, and I just kind of painted it gray and I brushed some wood grain strokes in it, and I just made her a little picture she can hang on the wall. So that's basically the snowman's face. I just glued it to one of the little backer boards, a little comic book backer board, so she could put it on the wall. Hell, you could even make these literally. You can get cheap picture frames in the dollar store for $1.25. Make a nose, make some eyes, the same way. Hot glue teeth, a little bit of foam. Put it in a freaking picture. Make evil snowman pictures. You can hang those all over your house for wintertime. You don't have to save them for Christmas. So I think next year, though, I'm going to do a Yeti version of this. So I went Christmas shopping, clearance shopping, like the Hobby Lobby and Michael's and all that. And I picked up some stuff I think I can use for next year. So, but man, you can make a whole wall of these for Christmas time. Put them up for Christmas and leave them up till springtime. And that's my little, that'll be a little Savage's little snowman face. And then the arms I saved, because the arms are like the hard dense foam and foam. They save great. So the arms are actually right here on the Christmas tree. You can literally take these, put a couple of pegs in them, and put them outside and smash them into a real snowman because they're just Loctite foam and actual wood. Like, nothing can hurt these. So I saved the arms. I got the folder, or the scarf for the shoulders, and the hat. So, I mean, that stuff, hell, Dollar Tree, you could use earmuffs. You could use anything for those, man. Turn off the white balance next live so it won't keep trying to fix it. Where the fuck is the white balance at? Edson, you think I got that kind of skills? You should be happy I figured out how to push the damn live button to even go live. A white balance? I'll have to check. I'll have to look at my actual phone settings and look at like the camera settings on flashes. I'll have to actually look inside of that crap. Edson says, I get my frames from the Goodwill and other places. Now I've got to make a 3D snowman. You know what? You can go to Dollar Tree and get glasses. My other thought was when April took those little arms off and stuck them on the little skinny white Christmas tree, I thought, man, you know, how easy would it be to go to like Dollar Tree and you buy those reading glasses for like $1.25? You can literally take some eyes, you can make eyes or make coal, you know, wad up tin foil, spray paint it black, either beat the lenses out of a pair of like readers or just glue them right on top. And you can make a nose, or you could hot glue a stick right between the webbing of the eyes and add a mouth and just plug these right onto your Christmas tree. Just whoop. So if you had you could just put like snowman faces. So it's basically like the little Groucho Marx glasses. They used to have the nose and the little mustache. You can make snowman faces on cheap dollar store glasses and plug them right into your Christmas trees. Or, you know, put them onto a snowman or something like that. It'd be freaking awesome. So you could do that shit with anything, man. And all that dollar store stuff is so cheap. You could use it once. You could use foam for snow. You could get into that stuff real cheap. Make all kinds of different stuff. In the setting on the phone. I will look that up, Edson. When I get a chance to play with my camera, I'll see on the settings and see what all that. I know there's like the picture frames, like 9:16, 1:1, 3/4, all that crap. Shit drives me nuts. Some Goodwill stores and thrift stores have 75% off days and dollar days too. I found some really big picture frames for $1. You know, we've got, we were talking about this earlier, me and April. We're not fans of the Goodwill because they get all this stuff donated and then they try and turn around and sell like a used stained t-shirt for $7. And it's like, it was free. And you're trying to get $7 damn out of that t-shirt? You know, because I needed a purple t-shirt way back when for my little witch's arm or whatever. I think they're just getting greedy, and especially when they put like an internet eBay price sheet next to something that they got turned in for free. So they looked it up and they said, hey, on eBay, this thing is going for $47. Well, this ain't eBay, motherfucker. This is the goddamn Goodwill. You know, people ain't paying $47 for something because the internet says so. I don't care what the hell price tag you stick on it. You know? So the Goodwill, I'm just not a fan of Goodwill. The only thing I really like going to Goodwill for is their belts. At least their belts were $1 last year. I don't know if they upped the price. Because I would just go in there and buy like 10 belts. But for the most part, man, Goodwill's greedy. We've got another place that's right around the corner from the Goodwill in Crown Point. They're called Second Life Thrift Shop or something like that.
Second Life Resale.
Second Life Resale. And they're pretty reasonable, man. I like them. I've gotten some good deals there. I think I even did a thrift video. I got lucky there on a bunch of stuff and I brought it home. They're reasonable. They have like the fill a bag at a close day. Their books are reasonable. They've even got records. You know, if you need to get a hold of records. When the seasons change over, they'll do fill a bag. So you get a bag for $2 and you fill it up as much clothes as you can fit in there, a brown paper bag, and take it to the counter and it's yours. Like suit jackets. I've got suit jackets there for $5 that I put on a little groundbreaker I did from Spirit Halloween. Um, the thrift shops, I love. Goodwill, man, not a fan. Salvation Army, also not a fan. They sell like even broken stuff and put high prices on it. It's like, that should be free or like in a dollar bin. If you gotta buy a clock with a cracked lens or a cracked face, like, shouldn't that be like a dollar item and not like a $6 item? So I think anymore the stores are getting greedy and it kind of pisses me off. So anymore, like I don't even donate to Goodwill anymore. There was years that we had called the truck up and sent it out here, and man, we gave them like the whole
That's
back
Salvation Army.
or Salvation Army. Yeah, Salvation Army we donated to. We gave them all kinds of crap and a whole unplayed guitar and there's all kinds of stuff. And they just throw it in the back of the truck and they take it to the store and price it. I didn't go back in there and see what they priced our stuff at, but I think they're just getting greedy, man. I know a friend of mine, his mom worked there. So this is back when the TVs, like the big screen TVs, were all the rage, and it came in the back room, the donation. She plugged it in, it fired up, TV looked great. She took it, put it back in her car. So it's like the employees there are getting freaking free everything. It's like it was a donated TV, and she took it home. She works there, so it's like, man, what is it like? Is it Salvation Army or is it Dibs? Like literally, that's some BS. So it's like anymore, I don't even like shopping there. I usually don't even go into Salvation Army. The Goodwill, I'll go in maybe like 2 or 3 times a year. That's about it. Let's see. Good for the thrift store. I like to find Victorian ones. Yeah, that's hard to find Victorian. Brave Goal says, I know it's very unrelated, but I used to like Halloween. Now I'm addicted to the pure creativity of it. I see other people enjoying the holiday, making it a lifestyle. People have always done that, Ghoul. Especially because like modern decor sucks. Everything you buy now, you don't have a couch and you keep it for 20 years. You buy a couch and you keep it for 3 and the kids destroy it and it comes unglued, or you buy the bonded leather and the shit peels off in sheets. So anything now is almost disposable you buy. So there's really no craftsmanship in anything. So now anymore, people like to decorate their houses with stuff they find, and they're like, hell, we'll do Halloween year round. If you find a good piece of furniture or a thrift chair that you can clean up and paint up or whatever, hell, why not, man? Like, I don't like buying cheap, that solder, screw together furniture shit that's like glue and sawdust pressed together with some contact paper on it and weighs 100 pounds. You're thinking, oh, this is a great desk. Like, no, it's because it's 300 pounds of sawdust. It's not a good desk. As soon as it gets humid outside, the desk is going to start warping and all your shelves are going to do this shit. So everything that they make nowadays is basically trash. So if you can thrift some stuff, that's awesome, man. Thrift some stuff and paint it up and do your own decor. And a lot of people do it anymore, do Halloween year
Do you know
round.
how to get a pop socket off your phone?
Yeah, with a hammer. The whole case is cracked. It's trash. Heat gun and a friggin' razor blade. That's the only way it's going to come off. So anymore, hell, dress your house for year round. Dress it how you want it. If you want to live in a haunted house year round, do it, man. If I was going to sell this place in a couple years, my next house, I'm going full bore, man. Oh, a dollar store? Oh, you said it, Drac. Like the Dollar Tree? I just kind of walk through there and imagine me breaking all the shit in the store. Like, I love to see all the crap that's there. Like, man, what can I use that for? Like, oh, they got cattails. I'll go fish them all out. I'll buy all the cattails. Or like, Christmas stuff, whatever you can use to chop up for other smaller projects. I love walking through Dollar Tree, just like spinning my wheels in my head. Like, man, what can I do with that? And then sometimes I'll come home and I'll be like, oh man, I need like 10 of those, and I'll go back and they're gone. I'm like, oh man, like that sucks. But I love going to the dollar store and just looking at random stuff, or even Dollar General. Sometimes you get some deals on stuff, I just like kind of walking through there and just turn the wheels loose and just figure out what I can make in my mind with all this stuff. Like, oh, I could make that into this, or I could use that for this project. I love going to dollar stores, man. That's right, Berlina. I don't agree with the prices, man. Hell no. Kat says, if possible, buy all the smaller thrift shops, not Goodwill. Yeah, like ours is pretty good, so we tend to go back to that one time and time again. And then once in a great while, I'll slip into Goodwill for like belts. That's for sure, Kat, man. The employees always go to the donations, and most of them people are on parole anyways because they go to work for the Goodwill. Goodwill has a system where they get people to come work for free because they just got out of jail and they're in a halfway house. So they're not even getting a paycheck. But yet they're charging $7 for a damn T-shirt, you know, and they get reduced taxes because they're a nonprofit or they're a charity or something like that. They probably get free electric bills or whatever, or reduced electric bills. It's a freaking scam, man. It's like a charity setup. They scam every freaking corner. They cut every corner they can and scam every little dollar they can out of the freaking government or the city. So I'm not a fan. Well, I love yard sales, man. Like our place, they have town-wide yard sales of the town up north. They have all kinds of good crap. We spend the whole day out loading up the car with all kinds of stuff that I can bust up or use for projects. The town-wide yard sales are awesome, man. I've gotten like steel candle labras from them for like $3 and $4. I love yard sales, man. Such a good place to find stuff, man.
Put one in there.
That's it, Edson. Felons, anybody. They take anybody. And then they jack the prices up in the freaking store stuff. So it's like their labor isn't costing them anything, but boy, they're sure as hell dipping in the cookie jar to take home first dibs on whatever they can find. And their labor, at the end of the day, isn't much at all or nothing.
I didn't put anything in.
On top of the benefits they get for being Goodwill. So I'm sure just like a church, they get reduced taxes. They probably get reduced
I made it.
utility bills.
Like something I really like.
I'm sure they're scamming, man. Some of their Goodwill probably makes damn good money every year. On top of like Salvation Army, they got the red kettle out there. Like ours raises like $750,000 every year. What do they do with it? I don't know. They just jack the price up on shirts and broken clocks.
I don't remember.
You don't remember her name?
Edson says he does Halloween shopping at the Goodwill only because mine usually has complete cautions for $10 in the spare bag. Ours, really, I've never been lucky. Salvation Army or Goodwill, I've never got any good Halloween stuff out of there. Our one place that we usually do buy from, our Second Life resale shop, they usually have a big rack of costumes they put out in probably very early September. So you got to get in there in about 6 weeks or so to get anything for Halloween. A lot of it's kids' costumes, but they have like, they'll put aside like cloaks or adult stuff. But it's the best place to go to get like, they have old wedding dresses. So like if you want to do like a Day of the Dead, or you want to do like a what the hell is that spirit? The Party City. If you want like a formal dress, they sell prom dresses there for like $8. So you could do like a king and queen or a prom queen and bloody up the dress, something like that. $8 for a full formal dress, man. You can't beat that. So we like shopping there, and we've been lucky there for some stuff, but like Halloween stuff, I've never been lucky at Goodwill or the other store for that. Salvation Army, that's the one. A small Barbie doll is $20 used at Salvation Army. That's stupid, man. There's no way. Like Berlina says, you can get those at yard sales all day long. Barbie dolls for $1. I have no bin stores. I've seen those.
You get a bigger one.
I've seen the buy it by the pound or the bins. I've seen people make videos on there where they're sitting outside like a massive Goodwill with all the bins and they're wearing gloves. Like, what the hell are the gloves for? Because everything in there is disgusting. Like animals have thrown up on it. It's full of hair. They pull it out of people's houses, like hoarder houses, or they pulled it out of dumpsters, or people have died in the house and it's leftover estate sale stuff. So they chuck it into a bin, drag it back, and they try and dump it. You buy a whole bin for like, I don't know, $5. It's like a big grab bag.
Do you want a muffin, Kayla?
I don't think I'd ever do that because you don't know where the stuff comes from. At least at Goodwill, you can kind of like look at stuff. But buying by the bin, not a fan, man. I'll pass on that. Our dump transfer station has a free mall. Towns put the stuff and they want to take them free to leave your stuff you don't want. That's kind of cool. I think for the most part, I'd rather just go to yard sales. If there's like a bin where people are going to charge the store to get like stuff with like lice on it or whatever, no thanks. I'll check out. I'd just rather have none. I'll just, I'll go to a yard sale or something like that where I can actually look at something. That's pretty crazy, man. But that's the thing, like $6 for a used Barbie. That was probably like $10 new, and Salvation Army puts that tag on there. It's like, where's that money going for? For a free Barbie doll they got for $6. The employee's probably making minimum wage there if they're getting a paycheck at all, like if they aren't on parole or they're there as part of a work program or something like that. That's why it's like, I just don't support them, man. Not a fan, no thanks, not interested. I don't want to give you anything. No money. I don't want to buy anything from you if I don't have
She
to.
doesn't want anything.
You can't eat a cat.
Kat says she's doing a lot of reselling, not scalping. Keith hates that. It's mostly the vintage. You know, the vintage stuff, Kat, I don't mind, man. But like people who go into like Michael's, or let's say I got comments on this on my shopping videos. So a lady commented that she was going to Home Goods and she wanted a Radong Chong mask coffee mug, and he said ladies are waiting outside the door at 9 o'clock for the store to open. She says she works, she can't be there at 9 o'clock. She starts work at 9. And they go in there and they buy all the mugs. They pay $6 for them, and then they put them on eBay for $50, plus like $8 or $9 to ship it. I hate them people. I hope they get cancer. They're all fucking scumbags. I remember being in there and seeing a blanket for $16. It was like Radon Chong or something like that. And then you see the blanket on eBay, you know, a day later or whatever, and it's $89 or it's $90 plus $15 to ship it. And I'm like, that's a $16 blanket. It's brand new. And you know they're scammers because it says like 3 available. So they're going in there buying up all the Radong Chong stuff and Lipton coffee mugs, going home, putting everything on eBay. I hate that. That drives me nuts. I hope the people get cancer. They're scumbags. I want to say, oh, I'll make $1. If you're sitting at home and you got money to go in the store and spend, you know, $200 on shit to go home and try and flip it and make $3,000 off of it, you're a scumbag, man. Go get a fucking job. You know, everybody's hiring. You can't go to Popeyes past 8 o'clock because they're closed. So that stuff drives me nuts. So they go in the store and they buy everything up. When I vended at that Bizarre Bazaar 2 years ago, there was a shop there that had all kinds of cool like taxidermy stuff. And they had some other cool things. The one year I was vending, I went to their booth and I was looking around and stuff. They had some of their taxidermy because I want to get me a death's head moth. I don't have one yet, but I'm waiting to find like the right one. They had everything from Joann's and Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and they bought it for like the 50% off when they start kicking it out of the store because we vended in September, so the stuff was already clearance, and they had the full price tags on those. So like if something was $40 and they bought it for 50 or 50 off, they were trying to get the $40 out of it. And I'm like, you sons of, I'm like, I walked over, I'm like, hey, I said, there's Michael's, that's Joann's. I already bought that this year and got mine for, you know, $10. You got $20 on yours. You paid the same price. It's like, yeah, not interested, man. I'm not buying anything from you this year. You know, good luck with your resale stuff. But, you know, you had cool taxidermy and stuff. Why would you go to the store and buy a bunch of stuff up and then try to resell it? I hate that, man. Drives me nuts, man. But like vintage, like, you know, like if you're buying like old vases and stuff from yard sales that you can clean up, man, that shit, I have no issue with that. But the people who go to a store and they empty the shelves and they're trying to get $50 for a $6 coffee mug, if I had seen you in person, that's almost enough for me to drive to your house and punch you in the face. I hate those people. You're scumbags. You're like preying on other people. You know, especially if you're buying up 40 jars of peanut butter to try and put it online and sell it because, you know, you can't get peanut butter right now because of the pandemic. The pandemic has just brought out the worst of people, man. Just made people total freaking scumbags. So it drives me nuts. Bin sales. Need to be aware and not get freaked out by people.
You like red or green?
By my people. I don't know, man. Bin sales, I think I'm out. I'll just go to yard sales. I've seen them people like, I think, didn't Eduardo make a video, like a Monster Tourist? He made a video where he was going to a Goodwill, like a bin day sale or something like that, and he had gloves on. Like, I think, what's the glove? They're wearing masks because you don't know where that stuff's coming from. It could come from a city dump. Like, nah, I'll take a pass, man. Hard pass.
No thanks.
All right, Edson, thanks for swinging by, brother. I'll catch you later. Like antiques and vintage stuff, man, that's great. We like this cabinet came from a antique guy. That thing, April picks out all stuff from this guy. You know, that has a little warehouse in Chicago. That's what he does. He buys stuff off of a boat or a buddy's shop. He cleans up, he resells it. I got no issue with that. Somebody who walks into a modern retail store and buys 10 coffee mugs for $6 and puts them on eBay for $50. That's a person I'll drive there to your house and I'll punch you in the face. You're a scumbag. But like vintage and antique stuff, I got no issues. I'd rather buy something that's older, that's gonna last, versus something that's made out of sawdust and glue with contact paper on it. And like the first rainstorm and your house gets damp, it starts leaning and falling apart. Not a fan. I'll never do that crap. The Goodwill buy you closed their doors? Man, they must have got busted for something. Creepy real. David Carmen saying, you going to Transworld Halloween Traction Show this year? Hope so. I am not, David. I went last year. It was my first year last year. It was epic. I loved every minute of it. It was overwhelming. But it's a spend fest, man. this year I'm going back to MHC to vend again, so I'm going to put my money towards materials like silicone. Is ungodly expensive. It's $300 for a bucket of silicone, and I get a couple of molds out of that, so stuff like that I need to stretch out. I'll probably go back in 2024 because ideally I want to vend at Transworld. So in the meantime, I'm just trying to up my game and make bigger products at more money that I can knock down bills with, because it's like $1,500.
She's small.
Okay, so last year was $1,500 per 10-foot by 10-foot square at Transworld. So if you do 20 feet, that's $3,000 that you got to make in 4 days, plus your electric bill. And if you want internet on your phone, you got to pay to tap into that. I think your booth electric, Laney and Beth at Drop Dead Design Studios, they said electric was $75 or $80 for them for the 4 days at Transworld. When me and Vic went to MHC last year, our electric was $279 for a day and a half. Technically, it was 2.5 days because our setup day we had electric. So $279 2 days. My electric bill isn't that for my house running the AC in the summertime for nonstop. Is it $279? So it's you gotta jack your prices up. You gotta materials are so ridiculous now. For a brick of this clay, it used to be $14 at Hobby Lobby. It's $20 for a 4.5 pound brick of Shavant clay right now. It's $6. A pound of Super Sculpey that I make all my little magnets out of, like, so this is Super Sculpey. A brick of that used to be $13, $14. I would buy it at Hobby Lobby on 40% off day and get it for like $8. You used to be able to get it on Amazon, $10 a brick sometimes on sale. It's $20 for a 1 pound brick of Super Sculpey. So on Amazon, I bought the 8-pound box that forklift ran into or something like that. So one brick was mashed up a little bit.
I like the thing.
That's literally $160 of clay. Let's just say with the mashed up brick, $140 of clay for $30.
Yes, it is.
You can go on Amazon at any listing, and sometimes under that same heading, they'll have a little square. And inside the square, it'll say slightly used or ruined box or comes straight from the warehouse. And there's a price cut on it. That's a returned or got bumped or fell off a forklift or something. I always look for those deals to buy something out of the original box. Hell, I don't care. I'll fix it. I'll buy broken stuff and fix it or make it worse. I'll chop it up. I don't care. But yeah, it's getting crazy, man.
But things still alive.
But I'm hoping, David, to vend at Transworld one year. Me and Vic both want to be there. Because you can literally make your gear there and have enough money to float and buy materials for the coming years. So that's our plan. Kat says she enjoys the yard sale. When the kid is selling his old toys or games, they usually pay over what they are asking for and give the money directly to them. I tend to do that too. Like at yard sales, I don't really argue with people. Like if I see something and it's $3, I'll just hand them a $5 bill and say, "Here, take this. I don't want any change. I know I can use it." Generally at yard sales, I'll pay more. Like I seen this big blow molded pumpkin. I know they're expensive, but I don't care because I'm gonna end up chopping it up for a spider. And I was walking up the sidewalk, and there was other people coming up the driveway that got their head of me. I said, "Hey, that pumpkin's sold." And by the time I got up there and walked up the sidewalk, I'm like, "How much is it?" And he's like, "It's 50 cents, or it was $1 or $2." I was like, "Here's $5. I just handed him a handful of dollars here. Just take this much for it. I'm fine with that. I just want the pumpkin." So usually I don't even argue prices, or I'll just walk away while they're trying to make change for you. I don't care. It's a yard sale. Architecture salvage, I have no luck, and we have no places up here like that. We had a restore, but it closed. They have nothing good there.
How much would you buy for this used cracked phone?
Nothing.
Not even 50 cents?
No. We're not that lucky, Bree. We don't have any cool places like that.
It's good time.
Glenn says, "David, I want to go to Transworld. I'd rather take a cruise instead." For what you're going to spend at Transworld, Glenn, take the cruise, man. Because you probably get 7 days out of a cruise for the same price. But if you're a Halloween person, you got to go at least once in your lifetime, man. Oh my God, it's overwhelming. There's so much stuff going on. There's animatronics going on. There's so much eye candy there. It's insane. You got to go. You got to go every year. I think every other year, maybe every 3 years. A lot of it's the same. Give time for more new stuff to show up. It's a lot of the same businesses there, and there's a lot of great businesses there, man. Wow, like Closed Casket Studios and Fright Props is there, and Pumpkin Pulp, Ghost Rides there, Midnight Studios Effects. All the big boys are there, and then the smaller shops, the independent like mask makers, like Mr. Jimmy Effects or Adam Jess Effects, Strega Moon, like. you will find something there, or you at least get ideas there to build your own stuff. It's totally worth it. Even if you don't buy anything there, what you can see alone, take pictures, because you can bring those home. And like, I didn't see anybody have tax or animal heads there, so maybe if I take some of these to Transworld, I could do pretty good. I don't know. That's the thing, Beauty. Everybody's jacking up prices. Like eggs are $4 a dozen right now. Do you think people who are selling eggs want to lower the price when inflation, comes back down, or they say, our what do you call it? Can't think of the goddamn word. Inflation causes like a crash in the market or whatever. So when that comes back down, you think price? No, nobody's gonna come back and say, okay, clay's back to $14 a buck. Or $14 a pound. If they're getting $20 for it, they don't want to take less money for it now. It's like rich old white people who run the government. If they're making $30 million a year, they don't want to next year make $2 million. They want to make $10 million. And the next year when they make $10 million, they're not going to be satisfied. They want to make $12 million the next year. Nothing's going to go back down. Everything's going to stay more expensive. Gas has come back down, which is like the only saving grace. Last year, gas when I went to Transworld was $5.39 a gallon. Believe me, that hurts the industry. That hurts everybody. What's up, Dan?
Is that a cap in there? Yeah.
Yeah, Beauty though, here's what I did. I went online to Hobby Lobby. So the 4.5 pound bricks of Chabot oil-based clay are like $20 in store now. They were like $16.99 online. And then they had the 40% off sale for clay, because like every month they like run specials for all like the hobby stuff. So like clay will be 40% off one week. The next week glass will be 40% off. The next week like something else will be 40 or 50% off. So I looked them up online. I think I spent $70. I got 40 or 50 pounds. And because it's Chabot, you can reuse it. You can throw it in the crock pot, melt it down. It's crazy. Why did clay go up? I don't know. They find it in the ground. How much more? How come it's $6 more expensive now than it was a year ago, 2 years ago? It's nuts, man. So I try and get the deals on it and then load up on it. Or like I said, I'll go through Amazon and try and find those busted pallet deals, or something's broken, or the original packaging got dented, so it's a dent and ding sale. And then grab what I can, as much as I can, to try and save a buck. Oh, I mean, yeah, I love pumpkin pulp, man. I'm considering doing a mask video. I was talking to Jordan over at My Flippin' Life. He's like, dude, you should totally do mask videos. I didn't know you had to have masks. So I don't have a lot of masks, but I got a pretty good sizable amount. It's like, I'm thinking about maybe doing a video on those and showing what all masks I have, just so people know what I actually collect. The pumpkin pulp, oh man, they got like 7 masks right now that I want like real bad. I want all their masks real bad. Let's see, Glenn at Roosevelt Hills says, my favorite right now, hands down, is Ghost Prop. The whole price tag back, man. Ghost Prop. What Ghost Prop, Glenn? Who makes it? Glenn's got the Party City prop. What's that? The lady's name. She's awesome. Glenn has that in his display. You guys should go find Glenn, man. Roosevelt Hill Cemetery, prescribe, show him some love. Glenn even does a freaking a Scrooge display for Christmas. That's freaking awesome. I've never seen anybody do a Scrooge display. The lady, I can't think of her freaking name. She's a Party City animatronic. Lady of the Grave, is that her name? She's freaking awesome, man. I'm not sure what ghost prop you're talking about. Uh-oh, Dan's going to make it to Transworld after all. You're going to freeze your ass off. I can't imagine what St. Louis is like in, early February. Probably just as bad as Chicago, so I'd probably be fine there. I just want to spend the money there. I'm going to save it for MHC and materials this year. Oh, Ghost Ride, yeah. Oh, Michael makes awesome stuff, man. He actually shuts down most of the month of December and then starts back up like, because Transworld's early this year, he's probably already started. He probably made it through the holidays, and he started today. He's probably grinding. Ghost Ride makes so much awesome stuff, man. I mean, to see their stuff in person and how big it is, I mean, they do a lot of live casts. They've got so much, huge booths, so much stuff. They make so many products. Ghost Ride is freaking awesome. Yeah, I had my little hiccup with them in my alligator head, but I got it. And then, like I said, Michael sent me all those heads. He grabbed me at Transworld and said, "Hey, man, I'm sorry." And I wanted to make sure you got a nice head, so I repainted it myself. Wasn't happy with the paint, so awesome guy, man. They have awesome stuff at MHC. the greatest part about MHC is like when Ghost Ride shows up, they bring all their little flawed stuff and they make customs out of it. So that's awesome. So like nothing goes to waste, and you can get one-off customs there that nobody else will sell. So that's another great thing about MHC being a smaller show, more affordable. You can get killer stuff there, man, like one-off stuff from Ghost Ride.
The dog. I forgot so many.
Beauty said we were paying $6 for gas. Beauty, you're in Michigan, right? If I can remember right. Did not think of the Amazon damage stuff. I look every time I'm on Amazon, except for books. My books better be hardcover and pristine condition. But anything else, I'll take a flawed box or returns. Or the one year I was making the candlesticks, I was buying the candlesticks for MHC. So some of these candlestick sets are $70. They would be broken or chipped or something like that. I sandblast them anyway so you can see the grain. So I would end up getting like a 3-pack of candles for like $40 or $35 that were like $70. And then I cut them up anyways, but to put skulls and stuff in it. But I always look for the ding and dent sales on Amazon if they have them. Any listing they have, if they got a little box underneath it, it'll say, you know, brand new price is $20. A used or a return or Amazon warehouse product means it fell off of a pallet, it got bumped, the box was scratched or wrinkled. We bought like what the hell did we buy? A 3-pot crock pot, like little baby crock pots. They were like $70, something like that. It's a damaged original box. I think we got it for like $25. There was a little wrinkle in the corner of the box. It was perfect. Or sometimes they'll repackage stuff, like the package gets ruined. They'll take it out of the package and they'll bag it up, or they'll box it up in something else and take the hell out of it. Buy that stuff all day long, man. I always try and look for that stuff.
Everyone got it.
Monsters of Mayhem, Transworld. Technically, it's not open to the public, but you can buy a ticket and you can get in. It's you can buy an enthusiast, a Halloween enthusiast ticket. You can get in. It's more for the industry people and people who buy haunts or have whatever. But you know, yeah, I have a home haunt. I have a little YouTube channel. Technically, I'm not in the industry. I'm maybe like a little fringe hair on the very edge of the industry's ass, but I got in. They let me in. So if you really want to go, you can go. Get online, buy a ticket. They can't deny you. The tickets are like $100. You get a pass for all 4 days. But you can go, Mayhem. If you can make it to St. Louis, you can go. You can get in there. Buy your ticket. Don't be discouraged. Who does the Scrooge display? B. Glenn at Roosevelt Hills Cemetery. He takes a waving Wally and he makes it a character. Is it Jacob Marley? He's got the Ebenezer Scrooge tombstones, Jacob Marley tombstones. It's a legit Scrooge display for Christmas, man. That's freaking awesome. It's Roosevelt Hill. He's right beneath your comment. Roosevelt Hills Cemetery. That's Glenn and Donna. Lady of the Grave. That's right. And that's what it's all about, Glenn. It's like, I see these big channels, let's say, you know, I'm not afraid to name names, man. I don't really care what I say because you guys know I pretty much don't have a filter. So some of these bigger Halloween channels, right? So you got your Wicked Makers. They blew up, right? I don't know, they're like 300,000-400,000 subs. I don't prescribe to them. I don't really watch them all that much. I think I've seen maybe about 20 minutes of the videos, 30 minutes of the videos or so. They're really well produced because the guys like video games or something like that. But when you got a channel that big, and you're showing people how to put Loctite on a fucking foam tombstone from Home Depot. We've been doing that shit for 25 years. You're not really showing us anything new. Show us something new, you know? Or if you're a channel that big, do some shout-outs, man. Pick up some of these smaller channels like Steve at Grimwood Hollow. There's no reason that guy should have under 1 million goddamn subs. It's criminal. It's stupid, but if you're not popular, you don't have the right pound signs in your video, or you're not that well produced or whatever, you know, you got kind of get left in the wayside. So I don't like seeing that. I like to see a bigger channel reach down and pull up the smaller channels. Like if the Craftsman says your name, hey, next week, you probably got 20,000 new subs, man. He puts you on blast, and I love that about Craftsman. He'll take a smaller channel and be like, hey, why is this channel not doing good? You know, they got well-produced stuff, or they do cool projects. I think the bigger channels should reach out and help the smaller channels. You got your, what's that, Grim Life Collectible guy or whatever, you know. It's like, or the Nate guy on YouTube. I see these guys pop up in my video feed all the time. Nate guy blew up. These Spirit Halloween guy, you know, because the Spirit Halloween videos are gold. You put Spirit Halloween in every video, and then you can build a whole channel on Spirit Halloween. I like to see those guys reach down, touch a small channel, man. Pick up Grimwood Hollow. Pick up your Van Oaks props. Your Sam Hain prop works. you know, your Roosevelt Hills Cemetery. Pick up these smaller channels, man, and give them some sunshine, man. Like, you know, take some of these guys who are really talented or do things in a unique, different way and show them some love, man. Put them on blast. Use your platform to lift some smaller people up, man, and get them monetized and make a few bucks off this. I've literally seen channels that have like 200 and 300 videos, and they've got like 800 or 900 subs. They can't even get monetized yet, and the monetization sucks. If you get a YouTube video, let's say, you know, monetization, it goes up and down every day. I don't even really pay attention all that much because the money I make off this either goes into this or I buy all my toys and stuff for my trick-or-treaters. So I usually spend my money on any YouTube money on the Halloween trick-or-treat bags and stuff like that. Because we spend like $200-$300 on Halloween shit for the kids. But it's nice to have a couple of bucks. So for like 1,000 views, you can get like $7, $8, $10. You know, and then when you build up $100, YouTube sends you a check, a Google check, or whatever. You know. But these big guys, you know, you can make a video, and they know they're going to get guaranteed 100,000 views, 200,000 views. So like, hey, great, man, 100,000 views. That's like $1,000, $1,200, depending on, you know, if it's $10 per 1,000 views or whatnot. Hey, we just need to make a video. We can put some butter on a piece of bread and call it done because we know that's going to be $1,000 video. So I don't like seeing them big channels like, oh man, I just got to put a video. I just need 10 minutes of trash to upload today so I can make my bank and I'm done. You know, if you got some power like that, you know, use it to uplift some other channels. Don't sit there and eat a cheese sandwich on camera for your you know, $3,000 for that video that day. You know, help some smaller people out, man. Grab some small channels that are talented, that do unique work, who bust their ass, who've done a lot of videos, who've put the time in, and lift them up, man. You know, give them some love. Put them on your page. Do a video on them. You know, give them a shout out. Help them out, you know. Not me. I'd rather do this all on my own. I don't care. But help a smaller channel, man. Because I don't ask people to prescribe for me. I don't ask people to like or smash that like button or... oh, I'm gonna, you know, do a backflip in the pool if I get 10,000 likes on this video. That's freaking stupid, man. I'll never do that shit ever. But I want to see my people in the smaller channels get raised up. Like, especially like Steve at Grimland Hollow. There's no reason he shouldn't have 1 million subs, man. No reason. Like Steve's Haunted Yard. How come he's only got 10, 12, 11,000 subs after 10 years? That's stupid. They should be picking him up and showing him to everybody, put him on blast, you know?
What did you say?
Love the beauty, he cracks me up. I don't even really care what he's doing. I'll just put his video on and listen while I'm cleaning, working at my night job just to hear his voice. So Glenn said, when the pandemic just started, I scored a great deal with me simply asking, I want to buy one of their heads in their hands, but can't afford the price tag. They replied with, I can check the warehouse. That's cool. That's Michael, Glenn, Michael Shaley. At MHC, they bring all their flawed props there, and they'll do one-offs on them, and they just put them on a table. I think last year at MHC, there must have been, 30, 40 heads on a table. I bought my little witch head at MHC. They do that all the time. And at Trans Worlds, they even bring a bargain bin sometimes with just like flawed products or whatever, you know. Ghost Ride, man, they're awesome, man. Ask Nick Palmer at Stilos Curse Haunted House. He buys Ghost Ride because they're good, you know.
I have an attic.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it up there.
Half off? Oh, that's cool, man. Lloyd was born. Speaking of Lloyd, where the hell is Lloyd? Lloyd!
There's a bunch of my grandpa's old
Like playing with his
stuff
moose knuckles.
down there, inside there.
We just put the ladder up and then...
Yeah, it doesn't come with a ladder. We have to put it
Yeah, that's pretty true, Kat. Trans Worlds for the pros, MHC for the home haunters, but all the pro haunters come to MHC, so it's still a damn good show. It's an affordable show too, so you can come to MHC and spend 2 days there, and you won't spend nearly what you would spend at Trans Worlds for like 3 or 4 days in a motel. Our hotel for last year, going to Trans World, was $711 for 3 nights, 4 days. We came in Friday morning, left Sunday night. So we came in Friday night, Saturday night, left Sunday. So for 2 nights, 3 days, it was $711 for me, April, and Willow to go to Trans World. Plus, the 3 tickets were $100 a piece. It was $1,000 for lodging and to get in the show, not including food, $5 a gallon gas, plus what I spent there, anything else. Was $1,000
We only have $3. Yeah, I said $3.
for 2 nights.
What's going on?
2 nights, 3 days.
Beep, beep, beep.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
What is it thing?
She's on Roblox.
person that caves.
Yeah, I got
You can do it, monsters. If you can get in, it's on the website. You can go to Trans World. Don't deny yourself. If you go once, it's worth every freaking minute, man. Glenn, same thing, man. I do miss K&T, Kellen, yep, and Tom. Steve's Haunted Yard is good friends with them. So Steve's Haunted Yard finally did a live stream a couple months ago. And I saw he was on. I'm like, oh shit, Steve's doing a live stream. Like, this is the first one ever. I jumped on, and I hate to bring up other channels on people's channel, but I'll do it anyways. I don't care. But I asked him if he's friends with Kellen and Tom. And I said, hey man, what's up with K&T? What's going on? Are they coming back? You know, what happened? Are they okay? And he said, yes, Kellen has a high-end hair cuttery business. He does hair and he does makeup for like movie stuff. He's got a lot of movie work. And Steve had actually said that they probably won't be back. He's got so much going on. He's busy. They're very successful. They just don't have the time to make over a bunch of props, so Wicked Makers will probably do it. But I kind of have hope that maybe after time, Kellen and Tom will come back. They're talented as hell. I love their videos. I love their production. He's funny. He's smart. He's freaking cool. He does cool stuff. He gives shout outs. Kellen and Tom are freaking awesome. Plus, he's friends with Steve's Haunted Yard, man. So I'm kind of hoping my fingers crossed that they come back, but I'm not for sure if they will. So we can hope. We can hope. Maybe he'll jump back on sometime later on. We hope.
This will pull out bed up here so everyone can sleep. This is pull out bed so everyone can sleep. I know Kayla.
And that's what it's about, Monsters and Mayhem, man. It's like, shout out to people you like. Like, when I first got on YouTube, I found, you find your Halloween people, you're searching for Halloween. Alan pops up, Steve's Haunted Yard, and Hollywood Haunter. Hollywood Haunter's another one. How the hell does Chris and Gina have 67,000 subs? And I'm not trying to knock Wicked Makers, but they have like 340 or 350 or whatever the hell they are. That doesn't make any sense, man. Like, I don't understand that ebb and flow of the algorithm. It's bullshit is what it is, man. Steve and Gina, they're freaking phenomenal, man. Like, he's been busting ass for 10 years building shit that's beautiful, that's quality. And for him to only have 66,000 subs, like, that's insane. That's criminal. That's not even fair, man. It's like, I think it's because if you're doing dollar store bills, like me and Vic have talked about this, if you're doing Dollar Tree stuff, like, if you're some housewife and you're going to buy $10 worth of shit and make a wreath for, from Dollar Tree, you put it on YouTube, you get 100,000 views. If you're Chris and you build a Castle Grayskull from scratch and foam, you get nothing. You get 66,000 subs. It's just because people aren't going to attempt to build a Castle Grayskull or a witch hut, a complete witch hut, or a complete whole house facade in front of your house. So they don't get the love because they're too talented for YouTube, which sucks. When you're too talented, and people are going to hot glue some Dollar Tree trash together and get all the love and the subs for that stuff, it doesn't make sense, man. I hate seeing that. It drives me nuts. That's why when I get to my 1,000,000 subs, dude, I'm grabbing all these small channels. I'm literally taking over, man. I'm gonna squash everybody, and I'm gonna put everybody on blast, man. I'm gonna take all the small channels and lift them up and make sure they get some love. Thank you.
That to you.
Thank you. Because I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing like channels that are huge that they're watching. They're getting ideas from smaller channels, but they don't comment. They don't ever comment on smaller channels because they're afraid it's gonna take away from their subs or from their love, or it's gonna downgrade them somehow. Or if they get busted stealing from one of these smaller channels. People will have the comment, hey, black and white. Oh, so and so commented on my channel. Now they're making, my little dungeon windows or whatever. So that I don't think is cool either. I don't think it's cool that bigger channels don't comment on smaller channels because I think it's going to take away from them. But we know they're watching. We know they're watching. So that's okay. You guys can hide it all you want, but we know you're looking over our back, so that's fine by me. Keep on watching. Back at you, Costumes. Happy New Year to everybody, man. Like I said, 22 was kind of a weird year for me. A lot of really highs, a lot of bad lows. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this year, man, and just wiping out last year whatsoever. Steve is kind of off and on. Actually, Kellen was the one that told him, hey, man, you need to start making some more vlogs and doing some more videos and stuff, keep more current.
explain how many costumes you get. Costumes and
But it's hard, you know, you got kids, you got family, you got work.
I have, like,
You know, he's had a lot going on, I'm assuming. But he's been pretty active this year, man. Steve, he went to Texas Haunters Convention. He went to a couple of shows. He does videos. He does these smaller ones, driving around, showing the houses in his neighborhood. I think that's great. I love seeing them small little banger videos, man. You know, plus his builds were freaking awesome. I mean, come on, his little haunt, his walkthrough, and his facades are freaking awesome. I just love Steve, man. Everything he does is so freaking cool, man. He's a guy who always, you know, just great attention to detail. You know, he's just a good dude, man. He's a good Halloween dude, man. I want to meet him one year. I missed him at Trans World last year because that place is so huge. You literally see somebody at Trans World like on Thursday. Hey, man, okay, I'll probably catch you in a couple hours. And you never see them again, ever. You don't see them again until Sunday. You get home, you got to message them. Are you still at Trans World? Like, no, man, I'm headed home, man. I walked around for 3 days looking for you. It's that big. Like, if you see somebody once, you probably won't see them again for the rest of the show. Except for Jennifer Craney Pugh. I bumped into her twice, which is like, amazing. Like, I saw the same person twice in a day.
Great. No, wait. Great.
That's right, Glenn. Chris and Gina and Steve are my first 2 people I followed on YouTube all the way back in 2008. Man, I didn't start watching YouTube until 2017. I lost a buddy last year. One of my high school buddies passed of a COVID coma, and he was telling me, he's like, man, he goes, you need to look up YouTube. You know, I didn't know what the hell YouTube was. It was like 2017, and I started watching YouTube. I'm like, okay, I'll figure out what this YouTube thing is. And I found Alan. Anytime you type in Halloween, anything, you could type in, you know, Halloween silicone shaper, and Alan's got a video on it. Halloween scissors, Alan's got a video on it. So I found Alan. I found Steve's Haunted Yard. I found Hollywood Haunter. Then later on, I found Eduardo at Monster Tutorials. And then, you know, all the smaller channels start, you know, popping up. I found Vic and Dave. After I'm like, I watched 2 years of YouTube, and I'm like, okay, I kind of guess you make videos and you put them up and you make your projects and stuff. And I watch, you know, Alan's DIYs. Okay, see, you can do DIYs. You can show off like a mask or products or whatever to kind of get the gist of what the hell YouTube even is. And then you just kind of follow their lead. So 2019 is when I uploaded my first video. And then 2017 is when I started watching YouTube and figured, okay, maybe I can do this. You know, and then you find your Halloween people like, oh my God, there's other people out there like me. Like, they decorate their house and they build stuff, and you know, they're using Loctite, or they're using great stuff foam, and you know, they're doing the same stuff I do. You know, it's like you find your tribe. It's freaking awesome, man.
And it's black attached to brown.
Brian, you totally should, man. You done a shit ton of work this year, dude. Your little videos on YouTube, you know, doing your pass and your electric and your Burning Man tower and all that shit. You should totally do a YouTube, because it'll totally help promote your haunt too, man. You should totally do one, man. Show people how you're setting up stuff. You know, give them like little behind the scenes sneak peeks of stuff, so they want to come to the park and see. You know, put some money in your pocket, and then they could actually do a walkthrough. You should totally do one, man. Monsters of Mayhem says, my theory for the low numbers for Hollywood Haunter is their fantastic work is too much for everyday folks. That's exactly it. They're too talented. People will not attempt their builds, so they don't really show them the love and subscribe or comment. They're like, oh, that's too advanced for me, you know, which sucks. But, you know, if you're going to plaster up a $10 foam tombstone, you know, with I don't remember. It's like, how does that get 100,000 views? I just don't get that. It drives me nuts, man. You know, that sucks when you're too good. That people like, no, I'm gonna stay away from that guy. He's too talented for me. I hate that attitude, man.
I can see that.
Even if somebody has a skill that I don't have, I'll still watch it and show them the love. I mean, like, I could watch an Amish guy making brooms all day. I don't make brooms. I don't know shit about brooms. I could watch an Amish guy make brooms all day. To watch people who actually care about what they make, even if you're never going to build like a whole witch facade or a whole witch hut or whatever, you know, to be able to watch that guy and at least be like, dude, that's phenomenal. That is unreal work. You know, to at least give due credit, there is nothing ever wrong with at least giving somebody due credit and saying, hey man, that's awesome. I'm in for this ride. Even though I'm never going to build it, you know, hey, I'm in. I listen to Metallica. Am I ever going to be am I ever going to be in Metallica? No. But it doesn't mean I don't buy the records. You know, same thing. Show the love, man. Show the love.
Mom,
Oh, kid's got to pack orders.
are we gonna pull out the sofa?
At least you got orders, Cat. I keep on selling freaking Tusk all the damn time. See, Mimi says, my first season acting in 2020, I found HHP, Alan, Days of Living Dead, just went from there, and here we are. And that's how it goes. Maybe that was the same thing for me, man. In 2017, I started watching YouTube. In 2019, I'm like, okay, I'm going to test the waters a little bit. So I uploaded my little funkin that I made, and I'm like, okay, so all my videos were like 40 seconds or 30 seconds way back when. Like, how the hell do people make a half-an-hour video on YouTube? Man, that's crazy. And now I try and keep my videos under an hour. It's like I try to keep from running over and making them so damn long. Ross, I've subbed. I have not watched your videos yet. I'm waiting. I was hoping you put your resin coasters up one, but I want to get a minute so I can watch anything you put up. I'm gonna binge watch you because I haven't left any comments for you yet.
I did.
For Ross?
Yes.
I haven't watched yet. I subbed. I haven't watched anything yet. Brother Vic trying to get better at making stuff. And see, that's the thing. Like with me and Vic, you know,
So far,
we
he's
want
done,
to.
more than that
We don't want
here.
to.
Good job.
We want to be Hollywood Haunter. Like, we want to do the advanced stuff. We want to make beautiful stuff that lasts and that's craft. We don't want to slap something together and then try and sell it to you. We don't want to make 27 new products in a month just to bulk up and have a bunch of quantity instead of quality. We're always trying to up our game. We always constantly send stuff back and forth and messages. Oh, I saw this, or I found this, or check out this product. You know, if you're gonna be like just stay in your lane, you're never gonna grow. So that's why, like, the Cobwebs and Candlesticks Facebook group, that's there for everybody, man, to learn, to ask questions, to show your projects, to get some love. So you're not off in the corner making stuff by yourself, like, man, I'm never growing, I don't get no feedback, I don't want to touch resin clay, or I don't want to use polymer clay, or I don't know which paints to use. That's totally what that group is for, man. Is about sharing and learning, asking questions, getting answers, sharing your own stuff, self-promoting. If you sell bed sheets, stay off there unless they're creepy bed sheets. But like if you're sculpting or you're drawing or you're painting or you're making creepy stick figures, post them, man. Get some love. It's about building that community. You know, if you make YouTube videos, post them there. You know, let people be seen. Be acknowledged. That's what it's there for. With everybody hiding in their different corners after COVID, everybody's, you know, not seeing family members, and you don't see your family for a long time, man. That is literally like your family away from home. Like, join that group, show your stuff. If you're selling stuff, if you make stuff to sell, and you try to make a couple extra dollars to get by, hey man, you can sell on Cobwebs. Post that shit. So if you get an Etsy shop, post it. If you have your own page, post it. I don't care. If you want to, you can totally self-promote in any of the groups that the Trio of Terror has made or that we're admins of. It's all about promoting. It's not like, oh, you can only make original posts in this group. Hell, I don't care where your posts come from. If it's creepy and you made something, you found it somewhere else, you thought it was cool, post it in Cobwebs. There's no reason. I don't shut down any post that was shared from another group. I don't care. I know there's other groups out there. If there's other cool groups out there, I want to be a part of them too. If there's other cool groups out there, share them so I can be part of those cool groups too. You know, there's no the whole like the Facebook guardians of the group guardians who, you know, or think they're Facebook gods. Like, oh, I'm not letting that comment go through this group. That's stupid, man. I don't have that kind of time in life. I got 2 jobs, I got kids, I got shit to do. I don't sit there all day and see what gets posted on Facebook and what gets to go through and what doesn't, man. It's about sharing, getting some love, learning, teaching. It's for all of that stuff, man. That group, I hope it outlives me. I hope that group's around in 100 years. Because people will always be able to have something to take away from that group. Which is why I try and post like a daily photo or pic or something there. Just to inspire other people, because I love seeing what other people build, man. Because I don't build everything that's, you know, I can get out of my head. I try to. But I love seeing what everybody else builds, man. It gives me ideas to build cool stuff, you know. So that's what it's all about, going there and getting some acknowledgement, some recognition, and learning, and being accepted in the family, man.
No, it's not. That's what your mom said. No, he's not. He's not 20.
See, Belinda says, Sally had to almost stop making stuff in the middle of moving stuff around, trying to open up an area for creation. You have paper machine for a thread.
He's
Berlina, I was talking to Know Your Joe, Bill. I talked to him a little bit. And he's in a sort of like the same predicament. He's like, hey, there's no room to make anything. My garage is packed. I can't bring chemicals in the house. And I told him, I said, Bill, just clear one workbench. Make yourself a 6-foot bare space workbench. You gotta nail shit to the walls or put it in the rafters or put it in the car trunk, whatever. I said, clear yourself a 6-foot by 2-foot area. Just a workbench. I said, and start there. I said, clean it off. That's your one little spot. Start there. That's your start. Ezekiel always said, you know, and Alan repeated this from Ezekiel. He said, 5 to 9 pays the bills, 7 to 12 builds the empire. So you can start making and teaching yourself and putting stuff aside. Work at nights, and all you need is that little spark, that little seed. And by making yourself even like one little table that's a workspace for yourself, that's the start, man. That's the spark. That's the start of an empire. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. They all know, man. That's your start right there. That's your seed. All you need is one little area to start in, and then you can overtake more room later on. But all you need is that one little seed to start in.
What is your address?
9065 Pennsylvania Drive West.
What's your phone number?
Cat says, my long-standing Etsy store on the website, and now so much selling on eBay. Most of my sales are special orders. Hey, special orders are great, man. If people come to you for something specific, that's awesome.
219.
Use my sites have folks contact me for customs.
It's Papa's
Hell,
room
you think about it, Cat, there's a...
It's not Papa's room number.
the hospital number.
There is a place at Transworld. It's a shop. It's called Dembski's Creations.
Okay.
Everything that guy makes is one-off.
I have your Papa's
He
cell
uses
phone.
antiques. He
Number.
uses
The area code's
everything, and he makes one-off art pieces. He sells out every year, and some of those pieces are $4,000 and $5,000. The guy's freaking amazing. Everything in the booth is one-off, man. I've seen the videos before on his booth. Just walking in there and be able to see all that stuff in person. Oh man, mind-blowing. And it's a 10-foot by 10-foot booth. He sells everything. He pays for his whole Transworld one time a year. I don't think he even vends anywhere else. Dembski's Creations. Vic needs a hug. Zoe, hug your daddy.
Where's Zoe?
She's not. Vic just said he needs a hug. Let's see, Brian said, did y'all hear that California is banning styrofoam? And the rumor is that Hollywood is going to be back using paper mache like the old days. There's no way, man. What the hell are they going to build movie sets out of in Cali? Paper mache, man. That plus that stuff's fire. Ooh, man, fire ratings on that stuff. Ooh, man. We're gonna have having to use wood. Bree says my storage situation is terrible. I'm terrible at organizing. Bree, start with a small little spot, man. All you need is one small spot. Space sucks though. That's why I don't buy it. Like, oh, how come you don't buy a bunch of Spirit Halloween electronics or animatronics? One, because I would probably smash them and change them around and break them up. Two, I don't have a place to store them. I mean, most of the stuff is junk anyways. I literally think like some of these Spirit Halloween channels with these kids stuff, Spirit Halloween, they get 80,000 views, on a video. If you would save your money on 3 pieces of crap from Spirit Halloween, you go to Transworld and buy yourself one really nice high-end prop that you're going to have for 20 years versus 3 piles of trash that's going to last for about 16 minutes of total runtime over 1 year of Halloween. Save your money. Buy a good prop. Find a small company like your Beastcraft or Unit 70. Stay away from Scare Factory because they're fucking thieves. Your Ghost Ride, your Closed Casket Studios. Buy a high-end prop that you'll have for a ton of years. And even though you won't have as much, the stuff you do have will be concrete pillar-like stuff, man. Brave Gold says, what would you recommend as the first Halloween convention to go to? Whatever's closest. If there's a show, you got to go. Your big shows, your Transworld is literally the Super Bowl. You don't have to start out at Transworld. Transworld's overwhelming. But there's a lot of oddities and antique shows. Those are great to go to. Sometimes there's little even fests in the park and stuff like that. There's what are they? Like our town has one, but there's really no cool, creepy stuff there. It's all pot holders and stupid shit that I don't like. But sometimes they'll slip in a cool vendor or little bazaars or stuff. A lot of times you can look on Facebook and not marketplace, type in the Facebook happenings like within your search and see what kind of little shows and bazaars and antique shows or oddity shows. Those are the best places to start. And then like depending on where you're located at, like if you want to go to Trans World, you can start watching the videos on it like on YouTube or like MHC, Midwest Hunters Convention. You can look up old YouTube videos on it and kind of look at it from the outside first, and then just kind of pick what shows you want to go to. Or normally just ask where, just go on to like a Cobwebs and Candlesticks Facebook site or like an Oddities Facebook site and say, hey, I'm in Richmond, Virginia. What cool shows are near me in Richmond, Virginia? Ask online. People will answer you because they've probably been, to one or two, or they know somebody who has a cousin there or something like that. Oh yeah, they go to this every year. So ask on the Facebook groups. That helps too. Yeah, Bree Dembski's awesome, man. I walked into his booth last year at Transworld, and he had like the vampire face down on the desk with like the German radio going. Oh, it was freaking amazing, man. Just everything in there was so cool, but everything in there just about had a little sold price tag on it too. So that guy does amazing at Transworld out of a 10 foot by 10 foot booth. CBD says, I'm an original Zackle Dunn artwork. Always sold out before I can get to it. I've never heard of that guy. Zackle Dunn? I've never heard of him. There's some amazing people out there, though, man. I love finding like new artists. Like Instagram has a lot of like new artist stuff on there. So when I'm scrolling through, they put like new artists on there. So I find some people like that way. What first time haunt convention you recommend? Beauty, if you're in Michigan, I would say MHC, man, because that's probably the closest one to you. People are like, oh, it's not Transworld. Obviously, MHC isn't Transworld. Nothing's Transworld because Transworld is the Super Bowl. It's amazing. It's expensive as hell, but MHC is way cheaper, less time, but you can see the whole show. Transworld, you can literally spend 4 days there and not see everything. You see walking around like, man, I didn't see this booth. I didn't see this booth. It happened to me. I was walking around like I know I've been past you before because I remember this. I did not see this right across from it. So I would say MHC would be a great one for you. California is banning styrofoam food containers. Not all styrofoam. Wow. It won't be long before they ban everything that ends up in the ocean. Especially since they're on the coast right there.
Now I know where it is.
Chubby fingers.
Right here.
Trying to find one in Indiana. Where are you at, Ghoul? If you're in Indiana, I'm northwest Indiana, so I'm like under Lake Michigan, northwest part of the state. MHC Midwest Hunters Convention's in Chicago, so it's literally like an hour and 20 minutes from me. Transworld is in St. Louis. I think it's like 4.5 hours southeast of me. So I'm kind of lucky. I'm pretty centrally located. Like there's a little show that I go to. It's in Valpo. It's about 45 minutes east of me. It's called the Bazaar, and they're going to have one in the summertime this year, which is new because the last couple of them have done pretty good, I guess. So they're going to run one this summertime. So I like going to that one. Indy has the Oddities show. It travels. It goes to Chicago, but Indianapolis has the big Oddities show. I know they have a Facebook Facebook group page or something like that. The Oddities show for Indianapolis. That's one in Indiana, I know for sure. Owensboro is going to have Fear Expo. So HauntCon teamed up with Fear Expo, and they're going to put that show on because Vic from Monster Myths is actually going to, he's an event there this year. He was making his facade earlier. So Vic's going to be there, and I'm kind of tempted to go down there and see it because he went last year. He liked it. Quinn went. David Quinn at Monsters Alive went. He liked it. He did good down there. So I thought, well, maybe I can go down there this year, take the girls down there. We'll go wander around, see what it's about, see how big it is, see how it grows. And then possibly next year, I go down there and vend. I don't know. But I like to check that one out because it should be growing. I think they said they just about, they said they doubled their vendors from last year. So, and Distortions went, so I thought, well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, they're like right over the state line for me. Just inside of Kentucky. Girl, don't you touch that camera, girl. I see your face. Don't mess with it. Damn kitten. Holy shit, it's 9 o'clock. Jesus Christ, it's been like 2 hours. Only got some work done on this knucklehead. All right, I should probably shut down, guys. It's like 9 already. I gotta work tomorrow again. And maybe work on this guy some more too. Put some detail in him. You let me go through comments, and then I'll shut this down so everybody can go do their things. Miss anybody? Let's see. Brian's saying. Also, Heartless Summoner is going to be free. I have no clue if they're going to be free. I did not know that.
No, I will not watch.
New Jersey had to set up their cons. Had to step up their cons. We have so many.
My name is Asian Ball.
Monster Mania cons and comic book cons and steampunk cons, but nothing for Halloween. Man, you figured they would lump that in there somehow. Jersey's pretty huge, man. With the coast, they could have everybody from New York come over too. They could do a huge con. Good night, Caroline. Good night, Beauty. Good night, Berlina. Yeah, it's after 9. I should probably shut it down. Night, Mimi. Congratulations, Mimi. That's awesome. I can't wait to see you get up here. Hopefully you get into Hell's Gate. That'd be freaking awesome. And then get me a pass. Get me in there. All right. Alrighty. All right, Brian. Good night. Good night, Glenn. Anybody who's still left on? Yeah, it's 9. I'll let you guys go. Just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully it's a better year for everybody. Hopefully everybody has a more successful year than last year. Man, I'm raring to go this year, man. I got so many freaking irons in the fire already of stuff I want to finish this year and things I want to do. I can't wait to hit the ground running, man. So again, more videos. I'll be at MHC. And then, man, I'll be on Cobwebs and Candlesticks every day on Facebook. So I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll put up my videos, catch you guys on the videos or on the YouTubes. And like I said, if you guys got YouTube videos or you want to self-promote, man, come to Cobwebs and Candlesticks on the Facebook group. Post your stuff, man. Be seen, get some love. Make a couple of bucks if you're a seller. And don't be afraid to post your stuff there, man. Because we're all about the self-promotion. So, all right, everybody. Night, Ray. Everybody enjoy their night. And, man, I'm sure probably pretty soon we'll do this again. Hopefully the weather will break and I can do some more live streaming and get further along in a project than this little guy. Freaking back sucks. Where you running to, girl? All right, everybody. Good night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Hey, there's the company whose Smash guy smashed. They finally emailed or instant messaged me back. Wonder what they're going to say.